What up, y'all? It's Prince Jonathan, back for another thoughtful walk. All right, today we talking about some process. Now, I did wake up this morning. Actually, last night I was stuck on commitment, but I wanted to talk about the process before committing to it, And I realized, there's things that we get afraid of in the process. Like, you start to kind of visualize it, you see what you need to do, but then you don't write it down, you don't really talk it out, you don't structure with somebody, and then you get afraid of it. I've lived my life like that, where I know what to do, where to go, what action steps I should, there's that word, be taken, but I'm not doing it. So why is that? Now, let's just have a baseline definition of process, okay? Like an actual definition, that way we're all on the same page together. Process, a series of actions or steps taken to achieve a particular end or goal. Okay, just like consistency, that definition is based on what you put on it. So remember I said with consistency, it's how you put the definition on. Either it's consistently moving you towards your goal or consistently moving you away from it. There's no good, there's no bad, there's no right, there's no wrong. It's your definition. So, same thing with process. Process is what you put on it. If you want to be a rocket scientist, let's say you're like, you know what? I'm trying to send rockets into space, be Elon Musk. All right, what am I going to do? There's a certain steps. Maybe you need to get a degree in rocket science. Maybe you need a doctorate. Then you need to read some books, make a thesis, start operating on rockets, do the whole mechanical engineering thing. Maybe you need to do all of that and go up into space. But you're like, you know what? I want to be a rocket scientist. So then you put your butt on the couch. You start watching The Office. You watch all 9 seasons, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna memorize all of Dwight's lines. Rewatch all 9 seasons. Then you're like, ooh, Jim had a lot of pranks. I want to be able to list them out by memory. You memorize all of his pranks, and then you go to a party and you talk about all of it, and we're all talking about Parks and Recreation. Are you a rocket scientist? Nope. You just got a dream, and it stayed with you. Process works in both ways. You got a particular end or goal. You ended up knowing all of The Office, or you ended up sending a rocket into space. It doesn't have a right or wrong. So where's that show up in JT's life and Jonathan's life? I use my name twice. Well, here, I'm 31 years old. I'm speaking in the camera. I came out here to be an actor. I had some processes. I knew that I needed to go to a class. I knew I needed to work on improv. I knew I needed to do certain things. And so what did I do? I went to class. I went to auditions. I was in a play. I was in little shorts here and there. And I kept going. And then I realized there's some money that needs to be made. So I was like, okay, part of the process, let's get a job that works. See, LA though, they privy to that actor lifestyle. They're like, no actors here, please. We need you to be here all the time to valet these cars. Anyways, so I jumped on that. But the codependence in me, yep, I got that. I stayed way loyal because I was afraid of losing that money and I was afraid of looking bad. So acting started to fall by the wayside. But I had set up a process to go to work every day, make money, and in my head I was like, oh, it's paying for acting. Wasn't putting no money towards that, just making rent and fuel and some food. That's all I did. All I did. So what was the end goal? You had a job, you worked hard, and they liked you. They didn't need you, they liked you. They didn't love you, they liked you. So you were there. You set up a process, you had an end goal. What happened to acting? Nothing. I shut it down. Didn't happen. So then I was like, oh, maybe it's not meant for me because I didn't follow the process. I didn't trust the process. We're gonna get to that statement in a second. So I started working odd jobs because I knew I liked leadership. Set up processes there. See what's happening in my life? I'm setting it up on the ways that I don't wanna go. Now that I have this dream to be a speaker, to inspire you, to motivate you to move, to educate, well, now the process looks a little bit different. Now it's like, okay, I have a day job. Yep, and I love my day job. I can talk about cars all day long. Now I actually am like, now you gotta get up, speak to the people. Just get it out. You're gonna do 75 in a row? All right. The process is wake up, work out, meditate in the workout because that's how I meditate, and then set up the camera, start walking, start talking. That's process number one. Think about your thoughts. Be super present during the day to absorb lessons they may be coming at you. That's process number two. That's a part of the system. Now regurgitate that so it's something that somebody else can learn from. I used to drive trucks like that. Now, as I look at my life, I'm only in the beginning of this. It's gonna grow, but it takes time to grow. The systems you put in place for your life take time. The reason you're not where you're at is you could go back, pinpoint when you started it, but look at the length of time it actually took for you to be like, why did I do that? Oh my goodness, why? Why am I here but my life? Oh Jesus, help me. There's something that happened at the beginning that got you there. What is it? What held you up into the new process that you're on? I know where I went. I was in the back of a therapist's office and I gave up on acting because I was too afraid to go get new pictures, to spend money on things like that because I couldn't see the goal big enough. Now I'm not afraid. And now I'm putting in the work. Now I'm starting with where I'm at. The process starts there. So everybody talks about trust the process. And I just kind of talked about it. How are you going to trust something you don't believe in? Tell me that. How are you going to trust something you don't believe in? If you don't even believe in yourself that you truly can get it, if you don't even have a mustard seed of faith, how are you going to trust that process? You're not. You're going to give up on it and you're going to put the other systems in place to keep you comfortable or to at least put some food on your plate. That's what's going to happen. Process ain't a game. Because it's always moving. You're always in it. I'm in the midst of 75 hard. That's a mental challenge for myself where you work out twice a day. This is my second workout of the day. Where you eat a meal plan, no cheat meals. Somebody put some bakery items in front of me the other day. I said, devil can't tempt me. Nope, not doing it. And then you drink a gallon of water and you read 10 pages of a book and take a progress pic. So I set up a system that gets it going majority in the morning because that's where I have the most motivation. Even if I don't wake up, like this morning, I woke up tired, y'all. It was the 7th day going into 8. I was tired, but I knew I needed to come do this. So the process overrode my brain and said, you gotta get up, you need to work out, and you need to speak to the people. You have a message and you don't let that stay in there. So that's what I did. That was where the process helped me. Consistency helped me. Go watch the other video if you want to hear about consistency. Now, I understand where we're at right now. You may be thinking to yourself, but it seems too big. Break it down. What's the first? Sometimes it may take not being super detailed about it. Maybe you just need to be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, I got 4 days. What is something I need to get done one time in that day? What do I need to get done? A lot of y'all like to put it all on paper every single hour, every single minute, which is really good. But the moment you fail to get the habit going, you give up on yourself. And the reason I know that is because I've done that too many times. I made it so detail oriented that the moment I forgot something, life happened, or I just wasn't even good enough for that part of the process, I gave up. I was like, shut it down. I can't do it. Or I lowered the bar so much that it was like, am I really moving forward? No. So I'm challenging you in whatever part of the process you're in, or if you're even in a process you don't want to be in. If you're at a stage in your life and you took your inventory and said, this is not where I want to be, I want to challenge you to take heed of all the information that you have and start one thing tomorrow. Start one part of the process. It all starts with starting. Okay? Listen to my video on consistency as well, how to get consistent. But part of the process is starting with where you're at, analyzing all the data, and making a step, because it is a system with a particular end in mind, a goal in mind. If a goal is so big, give it time. Each part of the process has its own amount of time. Now get out there, dominate the day. Don't stay in the process of just eating popcorn on the couch and memorizing The Office. It's time for you. This is your moment. This is your time. Rechange up what's going on. Get out there, dominate the day. I'm out.